tone you take with them. Having children is like looking in the mirror on a really bad hair day, or looking at old pictures from a fashion season you'd like to forget. Kids keep us humble. Just when you think they've mastered the art of Emily Post etiquette, they'll mortify you by making a passing comment or passing gas at the most inopportune time. Of course, they learned this from you as well. In the infamous words of John Wilmot, "Before I got married, I had 6 theories about raising children. Now I have 6 children and no theories." Nothing keeps you on your knees or on your toes like parenting. My parenting ineptitude is epitomized by one shining moment when our oldest son, Parker, was a toddler. He had a fitful night full of tears, and I couldn't understand why. Then he crawled into our room in the middle of the night. I was too tired to take him back to his bed, so I reached down to pull him into ours. That's when I realized why he had been crying. His bare butt was the tip-off that I had forgotten to put a diaper on him when I put him to bed. It's amazing that our kids even survive our parenting, isn't it? While we're on the subject, the word diaper, spelled backward, is repaid. So apropos. Just as our children won't fully appreciate the sacrifices we've made for them until they have kids of their own, I think it's impossible to fully appreciate the Heavenly Father until you have kids of your own. I have 3 graduate degrees in theology, but nothing has taught me about the heart of our Heavenly Father like being a dad. I love my kids like crazy, but they can also drive me crazy. And when they do, I'm reminded of God's infinite patience with our incessant whining, occasional temper tantrums, and blatant disobedience. Astounding, isn't it? You'll lose your patience, you'll lose your temper, you might even lose your mind a time or two. You will make a million mistakes as a parent, but now for the good news. Your worst mistakes double as your greatest opportunities. How will your kids learn to apologize unless you model it for them by apologizing to them? Your mistakes give you the opportunity to model one of the most important lessons they'll ever learn: how to say, "I'm sorry." I have a very simple parenting philosophy that boils down to just 3 words: please, sorry, and thanks. If all else fails, I want to teach my kids to be really good at saying those 3 words and then doing them. If they master please, sorry, and thanks, they are well on their way to great marriages, great friendships, and a great relationship with God. Finally, here's the great news. Prayer covers a multitude of sins. You'll never be a perfect parent, but you can be a praying parent. Prayer is your highest privilege as a parent. Don't just leverage it as a last resort when all else fails. Make it your first priority. Nothing you can do will give you a higher return on your investment, and the dividends are both generational and eternal. God will answer your prayers for your children long after you are gone. Prayer turns ordinary parents into prophets who shape the destinies of their children, grandchildren, and every generation that follows. Prayer genealogy. The blood running through my veins is 50% Swedish. I trace my genealogy back through the Johansson family, who made a decision to get on a boat and come to America in the late 19th century. That single decision set off a chain reaction that radically altered the destiny of every descendant to follow. That one decision made its mark on children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren in more ways than I can possibly imagine. Just as one decision can change your destiny, so can one prayer. If you were to map out your spiritual history, you would find countless answers to prayer at key intersections along the way. Before many of you were even born, even named, you had parents and grandparents who prayed for you. At critical ages and stages, family and friends interceded on your behalf. And thousands of complete strangers have prayed for you in ways you aren't even aware of. The sum total of those prayers